shall not lack any good thing. Glory! We shall not lack any good thing. We shall not lack any good thing. Hallelujah. 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 Light. Energy. Energy. Help to save energy by turning off lights when you don't need them. Elephants. Elephants. What do you want? What do you want? What did you say? What did you say? Okay. Alright, I'll tell you. What did you say? Okay. So what should I do? I should do like this? Okay. About a year ago, we started getting a lot of commendations and a lot of wows about whenever they hear him talk. Okay, so 8 or 9 out of 10 people, whenever they get to meet him, are always amazed by the ability of how clear his words are and how he's able to talk really well. If you go to the supermarket, we enter any place, church, home, school, anywhere we get to enter, they are always amazed that this little one can talk really well. Okay, so that actually got me thinking because Zayn is actually our first baby, and I don't really know the yardstick that people are placing us on or placing him on, as a young toddler. But I would like to believe that people or these people that are giving these commendations have children, or they've had children, or they've met and communicated with young children. Hence, they're able to like see some sort of difference in the way he gets to talk. Okay, so that's actually what led me to share this video with you. Okay, from one intentional parent to another, here are the tips and here are the things that we're able to do with him that help him to or rather to develop his language skills. And we'll just get straight into it. So you'd want to watch this video up until the end because the last tip would actually be surprising to you, but actually that really worked with Zayn. Okay, so let's get straight into it. Now, the first tip is to start early. Now, what are you starting early? Start by reading to them, singing to them, telling them about things, communicating to them as soon as they are born, or immediately, or as often as you can. So if you already have a young toddler, start communicating with them. If you already have, if you have a baby, a newborn, a little 6-7-month-old baby, begin to communicate to them. Now you would want to read to them, sing to them, and talk to them. All right, get yourself a nice, happy book and read to them, no matter whatever it is. Even if it's a book you are reading, an advanced book, a Bible, whatever it is, go ahead and read. That's how we started with Zayn. Okay, we read Bibles to him. I read Bibles to him over and over and over again. If I was reading my Bible, I'll read out aloud for him to hear. Now, research actually has shown that babies learn, or young children learn between the ages of 0 and 2. They learn faster through direct exposure through direct communication. Okay, so I mean they learn from their primary caregivers. So if you are silent with your baby, they will be silent. If you are expressive, if you are communicating with your baby, they would also be communicating. Now remember, these ones are little humans and they are just trying to grasp their way around life. And they'll be picking these words from you. It might not mean a lot to them at the beginning, but they are hearing these words and their minds are capturing it. And you will be surprised when they begin to use these words. So go ahead, read to them at least once a day, twice a day if you can. So my second tip for you is to go ahead and create a routine around reading to your baby. Now, we're talking here about speech development or oral development for your child. So you want them to have a wide range of vocabulary from as little as soon as they are born, right? So we would want to go ahead and create a routine around reading. That's what I did with Zane, okay? Up until from 0 to 6 months, I was just reading haphazardly, whenever I could, or I was communicating with him constantly, all right? But at around the 8, 9, 10 month mark, I started becoming more conscious about it. Okay, I started having a routine. I created a routine during the daytime and during the nighttime. Now, I know most of us or some of us here are busy parents and might not have a lot of time to do that. But you may want to just, even if it's 15 minutes a day or 20 minutes a day, of course, not at this. You can have it at the same time. When they are calm and they're quiet and they're all relaxed, you can go ahead and pick up a book and just read to them. They don't have to respond. They don't have to say anything to you. Just read to them. Okay, so for me, it was bedtime. I was consistent about the bedtime routine, and up until this day, and we still have our nighttime, our bedtime routine, which includes every other thing, and then having a book before we go to bed. All right. So what you're going to be doing, what that would help you do, is for them to increase their vocabulary, and then you're also going to raise an intentional reader from as early as possible. Okay. Now, my next tip for you is to use encouraging books, or what I call it, entertaining books when reading to your toddlers, okay, or to your babies. So we have, or as they grow older, we have books like Lift the Flap, engaging books that they will open, that the children, your toddlers will get involved, when reading, and then when you're saying the words to them, and things like that. Okay, books that they have to open, they will have to do something, touch and feel books, there are a lot of them, and we use that a lot. We started building up our library from as little as possible. Okay, books that are engaging as you begin to build this routine into your baby, right? Now, my fourth tip for you is don't use baby words. Okay, so as your baby starts growing and they begin their talking stage, now to you, the adult or the parent, it will sound like they are blabbing. Okay, but to them, they are repeating what they are hearing you say. So avoid the use of baby talk. For example, your baby picks up a bottle or points to his water when he wants to drink the water, and he goes, wow, 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 wow. So you as the mom, you're so excited. Oh, you want your wawa? You want your wawa? You don't have to do that. Okay, so just go ahead and say, oh, would you like to drink a cup of water? Should I hand over your bottle to you? Would you like to drink that? Or milk? You want your milk? Or however they pronounce it. My son was gook. So we used to, at one time we joked about it, but we're always consistent about pronouncing it the right way to your baby. Okay, so remember, these little humans they have little brains, they have brains, and they have ears, and they are hearing everything you're saying. So once you repeat the way they are sounding to them, they will take that as the real word. Okay, so when they say nanana, you go ahead and say banana. All right, so just say the right thing. They are hearing you say the right thing, but their words are not coming out perfect yet because they are still little and they are still growing. So when you use the baby talk, they would just assume that what you are saying is the right thing. So whenever they respond to you, when you want to respond to them using the right words always for everything in the house. Light, fan, air conditioner. You can even go ahead and say that's the air conditioner. Okay, so my son, as at how many months, he knew air conditioner, blender, a whole lot of things because I was constantly telling him, oh, that's the blender, that's the light switch. We turn it off, we turn it on. Okay, communicating with your little one as if you will talk to an adult. All right, they have brains and their minds can actually take it. But just give them some time, they'll begin to repeat these words to you. These are the things that help to build Zane's vocabulary and help him to talk really, really clear and really well. You want to tell people around you to do the same because you might not want to start that, and then people around you are mimicking them and sounding baby-like and funny to them, right? So you want all of that covered up when handling this particular area. Okay, now my fifth tip for you is to introduce language baskets. Now, what are language baskets? Language basket just involves a basket that has a particular group of things in that basket. So back over here at home, I'm practicing with him the Montessori method of parenting and learning. Okay, that's what we do here at home. So we use a lot of language baskets. So for example, a basket can contain some animals, a group of maybe kitchen utensils, or something like that, and you begin to tell them, as they are growing. So you point to them and then you tell them what they are, and then it just helps them to increase their vocabulary. You can just pick things off your kitchen, spoons, plates, whatever it is that are in the same family and category. Just put them in a basket or in a bowl and then show them, let them play with it while you're just telling them what those things are. Okay? All right, so that is language. But that tip is when communicating with your baby, you want to use the 3-period lesson. Most times we do this already, but we're not really sure that that's what we are doing. All right. For example, when we're teaching them about our body parts, we have our eyes, our nose, our mouth, our hands, and all of that. So we start by telling them, this is your eyes, your hair, your nose, your mouth, and all of that. You start by telling them that. After a while, you progress and you tell them, can you show me your eyes? You point to the eyes. Can you show me your this? Or you ask them, okay, yes, can you? Of course, it's the period 2 is show. So can you show me your nose? They show you. Can you show me your mouth? Good. And then you now move on to period 3. What's this? Your ear. What's this? Your hand. They begin to tell you. So if at any point in time they miss any of these periods, maybe they mix a cup for a spoon, or they miss an eye for the nose or something like that, you now want to go back to period 1 and tell them over and over again. You want to stay on this period long enough so that it helps their confidence too when you get to ask them when you get to period 3. All right, so that's using the 3-period lesson. And then my last tip for you, which is my most important tip for you, is to avoid screen. Yes. I know this is a little bit controversial and we all have our own opinions, but I'm sharing you what worked for me. Okay, I avoided screen with my little one from as soon as he was born up until 1 year and 6-7 months. About 7-8 months was when we finally introduced him to screen. I know there are a lot of TV shows out there that talks about how to talk, how to this, and sing songs and all of that. That's why I started by saying communicate with your babies as soon as they are born. Communicate with them as often as you can. Talk with them, gist with them, tell them about your day, say something to them, sing to them. Those poems, those things that they are doing on the screen, you go ahead and do it to them. That is one thing that I can beat my chest and say belt up my child's vocabulary. And that's one of the reasons that led me to share this video, because if there's anything that we have gotten is the number of applause we've gotten for Zane's ability to talk. He can hold a conversation and he talks. His words are really clear. You might not really need to, of course, he's a little one. You might need to still strain your ears, but you would understand the things that he's saying with so much ease. Okay, so I avoided screen. And actually, in the Montessori method, we don't actually introduce screen to babies until they are 2 years old. So really, your babies, they don't need screen. Okay, they need you to talk and communicate and gist with them. So there you have it. Those are the tips that I have to share. Those are the things that we're intentional about when raising Zane, and the things that we taught him before he turned 2. Now he's a bookworm. He carries his books around everywhere he goes, and he just really enjoys it. Okay. Now, if you have any questions, comments, or anything, please, I would love to hear from you, and go ahead and drop them in the comment section, and I'll be there to answer your questions. Or also, if you also have advice or anything at all you have to say, please go ahead and drop it in the comment section. This video is part of the series that I tagged Motherhood and Montessori, the things I taught my son before he turned 2. So stay tuned for more videos, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this